Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back, it's Jordan here. Today we're going to be talking about some things in the LEGO room, specifically the LEGO City. I'm thinking there might be an expansion happening in the near future. What gets me thinking about this potential expansion? Well, it's actually a set that I just finished building yesterday, and that is the Eldorado Fortress. It's right over here on my desk. I'm thinking, well, where am I going to put this thing? Is it going to go on the shelves? Is it going to go in the city? What are we going to do with it? I don't know. It can't really go in the city without me expanding the city. Then I also recently put Ninjago City up on the shelves above the LEGO City. Wow, I just said city a lot. But it's looking pretty good up there, all those shelves strung along. But I was thinking to myself, maybe we could somehow put that on the tables as well. But in order to do that, we need expansion. You know what else I was working on yesterday? Well, at this particular point, I'm hoping, if all goes well, you've already seen the completed version of this, which is further along than it currently is. But right now, I've just got a bunch of furniture hanging out on the roof. So I've got to add some more details to this. And also, we've got this massive greenhouse that's still awaiting details as well. That's where it's at when I'm filming this video, but like I mentioned, you've already seen the finished product. I'm really liking the direction that the city is heading though. This is by far the closest it has ever been to being fully complete in this layout. Very exciting stuff. We've just got some open base plates over there. And then of course we've got to finish building the amusement park, which I'm actually probably further along on once this video is released as well. So my expansion for the city could potentially go down over there, but it would involve making some major changes. Let's talk about that after we take a brief look at the new LEGO Eldorado Fortress, which was sent to me early by the LEGO group. You know what? First off, I think we should take a look at the 8 minifigures that this set comes with because they're pretty awesome. We also get a monkey, a crab, and a skeleton in addition to these 8 minifigures. After we take a look at these, I've got something I want to run by you. Yeah, trying something new. This is the Admiral on the left-hand side. Then we have 5 Imperial soldiers, 3 male and 2 female, and then 2 pirates. Yeah, pretty neat minifigure lineup, and you can see there's a sailboat just behind them there, along with this little boat here as well for the pirates. So right now I'm filming in a new setting and I want to run some settings by you. So I'm using my Sony camcorder and right now I have the white balance set to indoor. Classically I would have it set to auto. I'm going to show you auto right now. So here's auto. Also, I've made one other adjustment to my filming and it's something that I was discussing way back in 2022, I was considering changing to 4K, and I'm currently filming in 4K 30 frames per second, whereas in the past I was filming at 1080p 60 frames per second. And I was looking to try something new. And now we're back to the brighter indoor setting, so you can have a look at the difference between the two. Jose and I had a look at it, and we thought that this setting here was a lot brighter, and in the end we thought it was actually a lot better, especially when you're having a look at the LEGO City and the review table as well, just because everything appears so much brighter. Now, what brings this change into play today? Like, why am I doing this today? What has changed? Well, I'm actually trying a new video editing software. Before I was using Adobe Premiere Elements, which is pretty much video editing for like the beginner, but it has a lot of bells and whistles. But now I'm trying Adobe Premiere. Yeah, so I'm upgrading my video editing software, and I thought, well, maybe I should try and make some camera tweaks as well. In addition to these camera tweaks, I think, actually no, I don't think, I know that I have a new camera on the way, which is going to offer us some fantastic new footage and video ideas specifically for the LEGO City. So make sure you stay tuned for those. So before we continue having a look at this, make sure you throw your comment down below. Do you prefer the brighter setting or the older, sort of warmer setting? Although I am sort of leaning toward the brighter setting. So this is actually a remake of a Legoland set that came out in 1989. So here we go. We've got an updated version of that issued here in 2023. It's got lots of amazing features such as the large amount of cannons, this overhead crane which can load cargo onto that sailboat that has the fabric sail, and then also this double-sided printed flag. There's no stickers in this set, which is always a huge bonus. And this thing is just loaded to the nines. We've got all sorts of weapons found throughout this entire set. And of course, that's perfect because we have our Imperial soldiers, right? Which come with weapons as well. And the interesting thing about this set is the fact that this rock work here on the bottom actually sort of replicates the original pre-molded base plates that we found in those older sets. And I really enjoyed building this. It's actually held in place by some ball joints. Clip it at that perfect angle there, and that cobblestone work is absolutely fabulous. Now you actually build this in a whole bunch of different sections. And that's why this set actually comes with 4 instruction manuals, and the last one here actually shows you how to put all the different sections together. And there's 2 different ways that you can do it. You can have it all folded out like that there, so it's like a big line showcasing all of the details, or you could put it together like how mine is right now, and that's sort of like the classic build of it, right, in a square format. So you come up the cobblestone ramp, here's the gate, you can enter the gate, there's some weapons inside that little room there. The open area in the center where we have a table with some chairs, some more weapons, a rotating cannon here, palm tree coming off this side, the ladder leading up to the overhead crane. You can raise and lower the cargo, of course. This can rotate. There is a jail cell in that corner, a guard post above that, a nice door right here, and these guns sort of pointing down on the cobblestone ramp. And inside here is the Admiral's office, where there's a map and another cannon, of course, and another cannon on top of that. Overall, it's pretty, like, you know, the interior is pretty basic, but I think they did that to represent the set from 1989. But everything is brick built. So you can see there's cheese slopes on snot bricks, some of those modified 1x2s, like the curved ones in dark red, some yellow accent colors, and everything is really well put together. You got the little sloped roofs here. This can actually be removed so you can access that jail cell. And then what you can do, see in the rock work right here, there's some curved slopes in there. You can actually raise this up where those 2 boards there, and then you can fire some stuff through there. I think a minifigure will actually fit through there, right? Maybe not. Actually, this guy forgot the #1 rule. No backpacks when using the escape slide. This guy could fit through no problem. So there we go. The pirate has made it out of the jail cell. There's a couple trap doors. This one here can only be opened when it's split apart into the different sections or sprawled out in the line. And then this one can be opened like that there. It's easier to see what's under there when we take all of these different sections apart. And you can see the dock sort of going around the base of it. Not much of a dock there. And there's not much cave access when it's put together like this. But when you break it apart like this, you can see all the caves. It's actually 5 different sections. We've got the crane, the jail cell, the center, the Admiral's office and dock, and then the palm tree and watchtower. 3 kegs, a treasure chest, and a frog under here. There you go. Frog's got to be in the set. And then over here we've got a barrel, and you can see the ball joints that hold that ramp, that awesome angle. I loved building that section of this set. It's just very satisfying. The center section actually sort of serves as like a dock. It's held up using those 2x2 circular bricks. And this is where we can activate this trap door here just by sliding this part back, and then that trap door will open up. So that's fun. Under here there's another treasure chest. Some gold inside, and that's the other trap door. Not much underneath the crane. There's just a little archway there. And then, I don't know, is this a hidden barrel? Oh yeah, look at that. You got a hidden barrel in there. Or like a crate, I guess. So all sorts of little hidden gems and details underneath the different sections of this set as well. See, and as you're having a look at all this detail here, you'll notice the modified 1x1 bricks with the clip and also the modified 1x2 bricks. And that's how you connect all of these different sections together. I've actually only done it like the classic way in the square. So I'm excited to see what it looks like when we put it together like this here. When it's like this, it becomes quite wide or sprawled out, but everything sort of makes sense and connects quite well. For example, the bridge is right there underneath the crane connect. There's even a little staircase right there by the palm tree, so you can get up there. You've got the cannon in the corner, and of course the other cannon up top here. This connects along as well, so there's a walkway just behind the front gate there. These bridges connect up here by the Admiral's office. You've got our other cannon, and then also a larger dock over here where you can position your boat. And maybe you can put a pirate escape right over here with this little boat. It's pretty neat how you can do this, and I like how you have the option, but I much prefer it in its original sort of square layout. This just becomes big and looks sort of incomplete, but it's neat how you have the two different options. But with that said, this layout actually exposes all of the little details. So you can see inside those caves and also can see some of the details inside the fortress a little bit more clearly as well. So I'm glad that you have the option to display it like this. And the connection elements that are used actually offer you the ability to sort of hinge this thing. So you can sort of build this however you want. I think it's more so designed to be in the original position, but I mean, you can do whatever you want with it. That's the neat thing about having it split into 5 different sections. It's funny, I just put it back together and I just noticed, like, what? What's up with that? There's just no, like, wall there. Maybe the Admiral's pushing prisoners into the water. There's also an open edge here, which is sort of strange as well. Well, that went from my plan of doing a brief overview to a complete overview. Sorry about that. It's a pretty neat set. So the Eldorado Fortress, what am I going to do with it? Is it going to go in the LEGO City? I've given it some thought. And honestly, with the current LEGO City layout, I just don't think there's anywhere that I can put the Eldorado Fortress and make it look good, because it's a fortress. It's got pirates and soldiers. Putting it on the beach over here where I have like generic civilians, like the boardwalk and the beach and the Ferris wheel, you know, like I don't think putting a fortress over here would make much sense. Like, sure, I could put it where the old fishing store is, but then I don't have a spot for the old fishing store. Same with the lighthouse. And I think these two LEGO idea sets actually look, you know, natural over here, sort of matches the feel of it. Could I put it up on this hill here? Absolutely, I could. But once again, this is sort of like a civilian area, so it doesn't really make sense. So my plan for LEGO City expansion, I'm going to talk about that, but I'm going to say it's not going to happen until I finish the amusement park, deal with the open base plates over there by the modular buildings, and also render some of the modular buildings. I want to make some changes to some of them. So once I get those projects done and the LEGO City is quote unquote finished, then I'll be looking to expand my LEGO City. So how would I do that? I've brought this up in the past, but I didn't really explain the plan of how I would do it. The first thing I would do is I would box up or part out everything that doesn't really need to be on display. Sure, I love displaying LEGO, but I much prefer building dioramas or LEGO cities or doing custom landscaping. I just think it's a lot more fun to do that style of stuff. So what I would do is I'd actually part out or pack away pretty much everything on the bulkheads. The boom box, all of this stuff up here pretty much. And I'd clear that entire bulkhead. And then I'd come over to this bulkhead where I have more stuff that will be parted out. These would not be packed away. I'd be parting out all of the animal brickheads just because I'm literally out of space for brickheads, right? And then I might be moving other things such as Avatar, which is up on the floating shelf over there. could potentially move that stuff and free up as much space as I possibly can. There's also some more sets up top here that could be removed from the displays, other than like really cool ones like the Beatles, the Boeing Dreamliner, and that Shrimp Shack should probably go in the Lego City somewhere. And then I actually have another shelf over here. These boats don't really have a home, so I would probably pack all those up. And once all that stuff is packed up, then I would look to clear these 2 vehicle shelves by using that new display space. So my LEGO Creator Expert vehicles would probably find a new home on the floating shelves on the bulkheads. And same with the Technic cars or other things. Maybe this Mario stuff and some Harry Potter stuff in all these books can try and move onto the bulkheads or get out of the way, so that I can clear these 2 shelves right here with the cars. And then what I would do is I would extend the Lego City. It would give us about 3 base plates of room here to the wall. Then I would extend the Lego City out to here, sort of how it used to be, but that would actually give us 3 base plates. Oh, let me measure actually. So depth-wise, it's actually just under 3 base plates, which is 30 inches. So I could probably make that work. 3 base plates deep by 7 base plates wide coming to here. So that's approximately, well, 21 base plates, right? That's quite a bit of space. Could I potentially clear 3 shelves? Maybe. Then I could make that section of the city come all the way out to here. But then that starts, I don't know, getting pretty close to this little island. Maybe that could be reconnected to the city somehow. But I don't think I want to clear out that much Lego, because these shelves hold a lot of Lego, and I'd have to redistribute all of the stuff on these shelves. So I don't think it's in my best interest to get rid of that much display space, but could I potentially open up 21 base plates by expanding the Lego City here? Absolutely. And you know what else that would do? That would give us a new home for the underwater area. Classically, my underwater area would go right here, and if I decide to rebuild it, that's where it would currently go. It's pretty sheltered by the Lego City tables, so if I do expand the Lego City out to here, that would give us a new spot for the underwater scene when I get around to building that. So that's a positive of it. What would go there? Well, probably, I don't know, more expansion of the beach and water, because we have water-based sets. That's the Eldorado Fortress and also the Ninjago sets. Does that mean I'd pretty much have to rebuild this whole area to retailer this, like, or to add this extension? Absolutely it does, but I don't plan on doing that until the Lego City is potentially finished in its form that it is right now. It's just an idea for expanding the Lego City, and I think it would be pretty cool. I just have to pack a bunch of Lego away or break a bunch of Lego down, but then we could potentially have more space for the city, which would be huge. Like I mentioned before, I really like the direction that the city is heading, and once it's finished, I probably want to try and expand it. And in the current layout in this particular room, I think that's probably the only way that I would be able to expand the Lego City. So I'm pretty excited about that. Everybody, let me know what you think of the new camera, like the style of filming. A little bit brighter, that's for sure. And like I mentioned, I've got a new camera on the way that's going to allow us to create some incredible videos specifically in the Lego City. So that's going to be exciting. And let me know what you think of the expansion plans and also the new Eldorado Fortress. Thank you so much for coming on by. Please remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for some more great stuff. And farewell.